Hey folks, it's Joey here to talk about Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I was about to say Justice League, and it might as well be just titled the Batman Superman team up where they tease Justice League. Um, okay, so bit of a preface to this review because I think that's needed. I'm not a fan of Man of Steel. First time I saw it, I really liked it. But every time I watched it since, I think I grow tired of it. And it's a very frustrating movie to watch. And I tried to watch it the other day, but I could only get through about 40 minutes of it before saying, you know what, screw this, I'm turning it off. I just couldn't take it. Now, Batman v Superman, I was very skeptical from the very beginning because, like, looking at the logo and looking at the way when they announced it, it felt like a shoehorned announcement where, oh, Superman didn't do well, so we're gonna have to announce Batman in this. I mean, I forget if they ever thought Batman was going to be in this thing in the first place, but again, it still felt shoehorned in. Ben Affleck as Batman I thought was a good casting choice. Didn't care for the choice of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Gal Gadot, I didn't know what to think of that because she hasn't been the best actress in many movies she's in. But, you know, give a person a chance, right? So I saw this movie on a Thursday night screening, but even before then, a bunch of my friends and my uncle were able to see the premiere of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice at Radio City Music Hall. And they came out of it saying they liked it, but they're very curious to know what I think of it because they know my opinion on Man of Steel is infamous among my friends. So I watched it, and I guess I could take you through what I felt. Basically, the summary is Ben Affleck is excellent as Batman. All the Batman elements are pretty much great. I didn't think Jesse Eisenberg was as bad as the trailers made him out to be. Gal Gadot is okay, if a little stiff as Wonder Woman. Most of the carried over elements from Man of Steel, except for Perry White, are incredibly bland and boring. I liked the first two acts, but once the third act came along, I was pulling hair out of my head. Okay, so I'll just say after seeing this, I don't know which one is better, Man of Steel or Batman v Superman. Most of my friends say Batman v Superman, but I'll talk about why I don't know if it's the case. Because, for one, it's a weirdly put together film. Now, you know, you'll notice this when you're watching it. I was watching it with my mom and a bunch of our family members, and she's not the biggest, you know, she watches all the Marvel movies, but she'll come out and watch some of these. DC's not her thing, specifically, is what I mean to say. And, you know, watching this movie, and she's not like a filmmaker or anything, but it was weirdly paced, and it was kind of weird how the way it jumped around a bit. It felt like a rough cut with no transitions, or little transitions, except for a couple scenes involving Batman stuff, but that was it. And clearly, that's what the best stuff in the movie is. That's the stuff they put the most effort into, because they want to get Batman right, because they want people to get excited for this universe. Trouble is, I don't care much about the rest of it. I mean, I guess I'll go into the third act, or, you know, I'll just talk about the basic summary of this movie. Minor spoilers, I guess, so here we go. After the destruction of Metropolis, Batman swears that he's going to take down Superman, because he feels that he's a threat, and Lex Luthor also doesn't like Superman. So he basically finds a convoluted way for Batman to fight Superman to the death. That's, you know, they don't fight till later on in the movie. The fight lasts all of 5 to 10 minutes, and a lot of it's just a fist fight. I mean, that's cool, but again, it wasn't. I didn't think it was amazing because the one element I liked was Batman, and Superman. This movie I thought was dull, so I didn't really care. Wonder Woman's investigating things, and yeah, I mean, that happens, and I think the third act is just really bothered me because it felt like there was 47 endings after they defeated the main threat, the main adversary. It felt like that. It felt too much of that. And just the fight scene itself, the main antagonist in that end fight scene, it does something where it feels like I'm watching the same shot over and over again, except bigger and bigger. And it just didn't feel inventive. It wasn't like the Avengers, where when you watch the Avengers and you see the heroes fight together, it actually feels like, oh, this is rather creative and clever. So I hope they do something like that more for the Justice League movie, but as it stands right now, I was not impressed with that final boss fight in this movie. For most part, Wonder Woman kicked ass, but again, she was a bit stiff in the movie in certain places, so it wasn't like I really cared all that much throughout the film. Before I forget, Jeremy Irons is excellent as Alfred. Again, like, the Batman elements are really strong in this movie. So if you're a Batman fan, I think you'll like the Batman stuff. However, it's just where Superman comes, it falls apart. Man of Steel, I felt was really good. Henry Cavill, I thought had some good Superman moments in Man of Steel. I'm like, but with a better direction and a better script, I think you could be a great Superman. This movie did not have a great script or a great director. In fact, had the same director and one of the co-writers of Man of Steel. So, yeah, I don't think any of his dialogue really works. Unless somehow you believe in your heart of hearts that Henry Cavill has chemistry with Amy Adams as Lois Lane, which I do not think they have. Like, I look at the scenes with Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot, and I'm not saying they had chemistry, but they had more what resembled chemistry than Cavill and Adams did. They were so bland in the movie, it was actually kind of painful to sit through. And there's a moment in the movie where there's an emotional moment where Superman says to Lois, it's a minor spoiler, like, "You're my world." Okay? It's out of context line, I'll just say it like that. And it's supposed to be an emotional moment, tears, and honestly, I was just angry because I'm like, no, I'm not movie. I don't care about these people at all. And sometimes it's not even a matter, people don't think about these things with movies. It's not just a matter of script or direction, it's also the actors portraying these characters. And Superman I don't think was portrayed well by Henry Cavill. He did have some decent Daily Planet moments with Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White, which I thought he was really good, by the way, Lawrence Fishburne. But overall, the rest of it just kind of happened. I didn't feel that I've seen people argue this and that with the Justice League cameos that are in this movie, if they feel organic, because yes, the cameos are in the movie. I'll have to see the movie again, and that's the idea that my friends have been saying, is that this is at least see it twice to get your full scope of your opinion for this movie. But again, I don't really feel like spending more time in the Man of Steel universe, but I will see this movie again, and I am slightly excited for the Wonder Woman film. But as of right now, I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10, because there are some great Batman elements, some really cool scenes here and there, but I feel that some of the casting, like returning cast in Man of Steel, do not work. Some of the story beats I don't think work as well as they intended to, and just dumb moments. I'll expand upon this in like a second thoughts video for spoilers, but I mean, I will say this about the movie. Yes, I probably don't like it as much as I don't like Man of Steel, but I'm at least glad that my friends can enjoy it. It's, at least they're like, you know what, I have a good time with this movie. It's just, I didn't. Anyway, I'm going to go back to watching Christopher Reeve Superman and some Tim Daly Superman, so see you guys later.